Hello? Hello? You hear that? You hear nothing. That's the sound during a crisis. You might be thinking I'm talking about this pandemic, this COVID crisis. Now, I'm not going to specifically talk about that crisis. I want to talk about another crisis. A crisis that is slowly coming, and if we are not careful, every single individual of us, it's going to affect us even more than the pandemic. I'm talking about our economy. How is our economy dealing with this during the COVID crisis? There is actually a few things that you can do that will help the country, the businesses, and yourself to move everything forward very, very smoothly. Now, it's no secret that, of course, during the pandemic, the first wave, all businesses almost were closed. There was not much control from our side what we could do. We could just sit at home and just do the best as we can. We were allowed to go out to do some groceries, maybe a short walk, but that's it. No restaurants, no shops, no barbers, no nothing. Just sit at home. But luckily, after a couple of months, we were allowed to go back outside again. And yes, we went back into business. Barbers opened again, restaurants opened again, everybody opened again. That was great, because that gave us some prosperity and some real good objectives for moving ahead. But then, like many countries around the world, what happened? We are reaching in a second or third wave. And again, we have been asked to work at home, to avoid as much social contact and making sure that we keep each other safe. But there's one difference. Those restaurants, those barbers, those offices, they didn't close this time. And that is important for you to know. You know why? Because the behavior of the first wave is actually also affecting how we deal with the second and the third wave. What means that now again, we're not spending any of our money towards the restaurants, towards the barbers, towards the offices. And this can lead up to an economical crisis. To understand how an economical crisis happens, you need to understand how money flows through the market. It starts with how you spend your money. Now, I'm not telling you to spend more money or less money. I have to tell you that it's all about balanced. Where you spend it, right? Grocery stores, barbers, restaurants, all the small businesses out there. Now, suddenly, if that balance becomes very unequal, a lot of money goes to the grocery stores and less to the restaurants and the barbers, etc. That means that these people will see a huge decrease in their revenue. Even such severe decrease that they might not be able to pay their rent. So this is really important where you come in. Let me explain. If you stop spending money at the restaurant will have to close down. They will stop spending their money again to the landlord. So the landlord would not receive any revenue, any income. If he stops getting his revenue and income, he will get into a difficult situation where he will not be able to pay back the bank. And if we will not be able to pay back the bank, then of course, if the bank has too many default issues, then they also will get into a problem. And when they get into a problem, that is where the government has to come in. And when the government has to come in, and if we get in the worst situation that a bank has to be bailed out by a government, well, this will has to come back to you, because who is going to pay that bill? Eventually, we the people have to pay that bill through taxes. Because the country will just raise the taxes because we would have to pay the bill of bailing out the banks. But it doesn't have to come that far. If we just make sure that we balance our spending a little bit and support our local businesses and make sure that the small businesses don't go out of business, it will not go that far. We will not have to deal with that huge chain effect. Businesses can survive because they can pay their landlords. Landlords will survive because they will keep paying the banks. And the banks will have a very, very normal situation where they can just keep moving and again use that money to support back the local businesses with small loans and with small support. If we as individuals can do it that way, be mindful in where you spend your money. How do we save the country together? I'm not talking about here that we should spend more, but we also shouldn't spend less. Only for the people that are really heavily affected, that is no choice. But for the people that there's not much change, of course the future is uncertain. We don't know what is coming next. We don't know how long this will take. But if we all stop spending, the hit is going to come sooner than later. We have to keep this economy flowing, and you can do your part, making sure that every now and then you keep supporting the local businesses. Make sure that you don't only spend your money at the grocery store. Also, every now and then, just take a takeout at a restaurant, right? Just make sure that once, twice, 3 times a week you still have that takeout. Also, get that haircut. A lot of barbers are doing very good SOPs, making sure that everybody in the barbershop is super, super safe. Hey, and you even can go it to the next level. For the high spenders, buy that car. Invest in that property if you have that money, because that will help you move forward in your own investment portfolio. And on top of that, that will also keep the country moving forward, because they are in a very, very heavy time right now and they need us more than ever. Hopefully, it will not be as a huge crisis as we had with the pandemic crisis. We are all in this together, supporting each other and supporting the local businesses. For now, we just want to end with, let's stick together, make it happen, and just stay safe. See you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, before I forget. Don't forget to subscribe to our PropCoach channel, right? If you like these videos, let us know. What else do you want to know about? Just leave it in the comment box and we will shoot another video and explain everything you need to know about the property market, the real estate, property agent industry, everything you need to know. So, subscribe, leave a comment, and for now, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.